Hello and welcome to Business 360. I'm Arundhati Ramnan and here are the headlines that we're tracking for you this evening. Global markets remain on edge after the US Fed hikes rates by 25 basis points despite the banking turmoil. US Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen's statements ruling out a blanket insurance for all deposits rattles financial stocks. Dalal Street ends at the low point of the day after failing to hold on to early gains. Sensex loses nearly 300 points. Nifty down 75 points. Bank stocks lead the decline. Inflation continues to bite Motown. Maruti Suzuki announces price hikes starting April across various models. Tata Motors, Honda and Hero Motor are among the many automakers to announce price hikes from April. Anil Agarwal denies any intention of selling his stake in Vedanta. This after reports suggested Agarwal is considering various options, including a minority stake sale to raise funds and reduce the debt burden. The centre seeks legal opinion as it considers regulations to curb operations of e-pharmacies. Sources say that the government is concerned about patient data being leaked or misused. The Tatas, Reliance, among others, have invested in the e-pharmacy space. A Surat court finds Rahul Gandhi guilty of defamation in a 2019 case for targeting Prime Minister Modi for sharing his surname with fugitive businessman Nirav Modi and Lalit Modi. Court sentences Rahul Gandhi to 2 years in jail and suspends the sentence for 30 days to give him time to appeal. Straight to the top story this evening, global markets remain on edge as the US Fed hikes interest rates by 25 basis points despite the turmoil in the banking sector. Now, Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell said that the US Fed remained focused on its fight to bring inflation down, signaling that there could be further rate hikes in the months to come. He described the Silicon Valley Bank as an outlier. The U.S. markets actually gained after the U.S. Fed's rate decision, as it was largely expected. The slump came after U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen's statement on the banking crisis, leading to a fall in markets around the world. U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen told members of a Senate committee that she will not be considering a blanket insurance for bank deposits without congressional approval. Meanwhile, the Swiss Central Bank raised its benchmark interest rates by 50 basis points despite the Credit Suisse turmoil. This marks the fourth consecutive hike by the central bank. Let's listen in to Janet Yellen's comments that rattled the markets and her statement the day before. Take a look. The global cues, royal sentiment on Dalal Street. Sensex and Nifty ended at the low point of the day, with bank stocks leading the decline. All the Nifty bank constituents ended in the red. Automobile companies are gearing up for price hikes amid rising inflation and upcoming BS6 Phase 2 regulatory norms. Maruti Suzuki has announced a price hike across its entire range. However, it has not disclosed the scale of the hike. Other companies, including Hero MotoCorp, will hike prices of its two-wheelers by 2% starting from April. Eicher Motors is mulling a hike of 2 to 5%. Tata Motors also announced a price hike of 5% for all of its commercial vehicles portfolio. Vedanta chairman Anil Agarwal has told CNBC-TV18 that he has no intention to sell any stake in the company. This clarification comes after Bloomberg reports said that Agarwal is considering the option of selling less than 5% stake in Vedanta. The report also mentioned that this decision will be taken as the last resort as debt continues to mount. The quarterly performance review of PSU banks is scheduled for this Saturday, the 25th of March. Sapna Das is here to tell us what we can expect. Sapna?
Well, this is primarily supposed to be a quarterly review meeting of the public sector banks, and this has been due for some time now. So, reviewing their overall performance, including credit growth, deposit growth, among other parameters. Also, a review of possible stock taking of the targets set out for various government schemes like your ECLGS, the PM Mudra Yojana, the Kisan Credit Card. But apart from this, given the overall global context, it's likely that some kind of a discussion or conversation between the government and the banks is possible in terms of, how to be cautious and how to prevent any stress in the domestic banking system. And on this front, it could just be possible that, banks could be issued an advisory kind of an advisory, a general advisory to be watchful, especially of large exposures, and to make sure that the payments are timely, the payment schedule is on the ball, and there should not be a miss on that front. Maybe even senior management of public sector banks could be sensitized in keeping their teams ready in terms of monitoring these exposures and sharing the data on a regular basis, not just with the central bank, that's a regulator, but probably also with the government. So there could be some conversation on this side. No 100% indications as of now, but it's not ruled out given the overall global context. Otherwise, it's primarily a quarterly review being taken by the finance minister of the PSBs.
All right, Sapna, many thanks for those details. Now, Surat Court has found Congress leader Rahul Gandhi guilty in a 2019 criminal defamation case filed by former Gujarat Minister Purnesh Modi. The case was filed against Rahul for targeting Prime Minister Modi for sharing his surname with fugitive businessmen Nirav Modi and Lalit Modi during a rally in Karnataka. The court sentenced Gandhi to 2 years in jail, but later suspended the sentence for 30 days to allow him to appeal in a higher court. Congress supporters took to the streets in various places as a show of support to Rahul Gandhi.
मालूम था पहले से ये लोग जज को बदलते गए, ये सारी चीजें करते गए, हमको तो अंदाजा लग रहा था, लेकिन हम कानून में विश्वास रखने वाले हैं, जुडिशरी में विश्वास रखने वाले हैं और कानून के तहत ही हम लड़ेंगे।
राहुल जी को इस सच्चाई को स्वीकार करना चाहिए कि शब्दों की चोट शस्त्रों की चोट से ज्यादा गहरी और पीड़ादायी होती है, और शब्द जब अनर्गल और झूठे हों तब तो चोट और गहरी और कष्टदायी हो जाती है। इसलिए हमारी कानूनी व्यवस्था में अनर्गल बेतुके आरोप लगाने वालों पर सजा का सीधा प्राविधान है।
On that note, it is time for us to head into a short break. But coming up next, Centre seeks legal opinion as it considers regulations to curb operations of e-pharmacies. Details when we come back. Stay tuned.